Hi, I'm John Mayfield, the Real Estate Tech Guy, with another Global Real Estate School podcast. Welcome to the podcast. My name is John Mayfield, the Real Estate Tech Guy, and this is episode 066. Well, today I want to talk about the difference between a contract amendment and a contract addendum. That's right, an amendment versus an addendum. And you will probably see an exam question that will ask you or give you a lot of information and tell you about some changes that are made. And then they will ask you, what is this? Is it an amendment to the contract or is it an addendum to the contract? Well, here's what you need to remember when you're reading through these questions. If it's an amendment, you were just making some changes to something that is already agreed upon. For example, let's say we are supposed to close on October 1st, and we need to extend the closing date to October 5th. Now, nothing else is changing in regards to the contract. We are not adding anything new to the contract. We're just simply saying, hey, everything's staying the same. We just need to extend the closing date to the 5th. That would be an example of a contract amendment. We are amending the contract to extend the closing date into the 5th. And now, the difference between an amendment and an addendum is that with an addendum, we're actually bringing something new into the contract. I mean, we're adding something to an existing contract. So if the question said that there was an extension to the contract, but in exchange for the extension, they wanted you to leave something else or, do something that would change the contract or the terms of the contract that has already been agreed upon, then you need to actually add an addendum. A lot of times an addendum might be added when there's a building inspection and there needs to be perhaps closing costs, let's say, that would be added. Maybe the buyer wants or needs you to pay an extra $2,000 of closing cost. That would be an addendum because, see, we're not really, the contract, we're adding something to the contract. Hopefully that makes more sense. So anytime you need to bring something new into an existing contract, then you're using or you need to add an addendum. But if you're just merely leaving all of the contractual things the way they are, you're not bringing anything new into the contract, you're just modifying the existing contract, then we use what is called an amendment. Kind of confusing, but when you read those questions, just ask yourself one or two items. Is the contract being changed in some way, that there's something new now being added that wasn't in the original contract? If that's the case, it's an addendum. But if the contracts and all the terms are really staying the same, you're just modifying a closing date or something like that, then you are using what is called an amendment. Well, as always, we appreciate you listening to the podcast. If you need help with preparing for the real estate examination, wherever you are located in the United States, go to globalrealestateschool.com. We have some amazing tools there you can download to help you prepare and study, but also pass the real estate examination on the first attempt. That's what we want to do. So check us out, Global Real Estate School. Go to our Facebook page. You can like us there. We do a lot of live streaming, Facebook study examples there. We're on YouTube as well, so you can check us out on YouTube. You can also go to Help Me Pass the Real Estate Exam. We have some live study sessions there. And yes, be sure and subscribe to this podcast. Give us a 5-star review. We'd love for you to do that. Thank you for listening to the podcast for Global Real Estate School. I'm John Mayfield, the Real Estate Tech Guy. Go out and make it a great day.